somebody somewhere unearthed treasure.
I've never found gold before, and it was just amazing. It's about 800 years old and probably the best find ever.
Objects left behind by our ancestors that tell us who we are and how we once lived. These are Britain's secret treasures.
British Museum, where every year you, the British public, record over 70,000 of the precious objects that you found with the Portable Antiquities Scheme. And each and every one of those objects has a story to tell.
Things don't have to be gold and silver to be precious. We all have objects that are dear to us because of their sentimental value.
Tonight we have treasures from history that celebrate or commemorate a moment in someone's life and that reveal a common connection between us and the lives of our ancestors. In tonight's show, an 18th century ring with a tragic tale. So she's only a day old when she dies?
She is, yes.
Horoscopes, Roman style.
He was told that he would become the most powerful leader the world had ever known.
And a pendant that unlocks love across conflict.
These are the only two that you have in this country?
Yes. Now, our first item is an 800-year-old badge. It was found in Scotland, but it's got a design that can be seen right across Britain today.
Today, the question of an independent Scotland, breaking the ties that have united Britain for hundreds of years, is back. Now it's going to be answered by a vote, a referendum to be held here next year. In the past, it was answered by battle, with warriors like William Wallace and Robert the Bruce passing into Scottish legend. Today, I'm investigating a treasure that sheds a new light on the turbulent relationship between these two great nations.
Here in Galloway, a chance discovery was made in the ruins of an old monastery. Fraser Richardson is a postman, but he spends his free time looking for artifacts. It was while searching near Kirkcudbright that he found what looked like a small badge.
Put the shovel in, dug it out. It was about 6 inches down. When I cleaned it a wee bit, and I seen the red enamelling, and I thought, this must be a pretty good find, this one. So I didn't clean it anymore, put it back in my pouch, and went to the museum that day, and they found out it's about 800 years old, and probably the best find ever.
When the experts had a look at it, they found something truly remarkable beneath the dirt. I've come to the Stuart Museum to take a look for myself.
Well, David, what is it?
Well, Michael, it is a little heraldic badge, and it's the 3 lions of the Royal Arms of England.
What Fraser Richardson had found was one of the oldest depictions of the 3 lions of England ever discovered. The same 3 lions that still wear pride of place on the England shirts.
It would originally have had a nice deep red background. You can see some traces of the red enamel. The lions themselves would probably have been gilded. So imagine a yellow or gold on red. As a panel, it would be fitted to perhaps a leather bag, a leather satchel, and it would be clearly identify that object as part of the royal household.
And there was only one royal household this could have come from, King Edward I's. The 3 lions were his insignia. Nicknamed the Hammer of the Scots, in the early 1300s he was at war with one William Wallace of Scotland. But what's so strange is that this badge was found deep inside Scotland, far from where the battles took place. And it tells us something extraordinary about Edward I. Richard Oram has a theory.
He's here, he's moving about, he's on horseback, and things like that can easily detach. It could come off his own personal harness.
This is
enemy territory at the time of a war. What might he have been doing?
Right from the beginning of the war, he's been trying to detach people from loyalty to one side and bring them across to his side.
This was a dangerous and daring tactic. It seems that Edward I may well have been risking his own life to try and negotiate with the Scots. It'd be a bit like Barack Obama personally talking to the Taliban in Afghanistan. The badge that Fraser found is the only physical evidence in existence that strongly suggests King Edward I may have risked his life to enter enemy territory and talk to the Scots. Unfortunately, the war continued, even after his death.
What does it mean to you as a medieval historian to actually be able to see, maybe even hold, something like this?
Getting something like that out of this particular period, out of a war where this is raging over a huge territory, and yet here is an object that one of the leading figures in that war dropped.
This is a truly amazing find. It really is one of the great discoveries of the last few years, and our finder Fraser Richardson is rightly proud.
It's quite something to find an object in a field that